Hello. Okay, no, that was bad. Hey. That's still kind of bad. It's Rachel Dell. This is really hard. Like, I'm just not one of those people that is meant to speak into a camera. This is why I'm a writer, so I don't have to be in front of a camera. Okay. Hey, it's Rachel Dell, and it is February 23rd, 2016, and I'm filming this video because it is the release day for my second novella, Fixing Tanner. If you don't know anything about this novel, I'll give you a little description. Okay, so it's basically about a young author, he's like in his 30s, named Tanner Young. He's jumps around from woman to woman, and he kind of just always thinks he'll be that way, but then he meets Leah Foster. And she's really like the only girl he's ever really seen himself settling down with, but she's pretty much the only woman who hasn't really wanted anything from him, and she definitely doesn't want to commit. When we first meet Tanner, he's going through a ferocious bout of writer's block, and when he meets Leah, he somehow thinks that she's going to be the answer to his problems. Like, she'll turn his book around, she'll turn his life around. It's kind of heartbreaking at times, but it has this overall sense of hope, and that's really what I love about it. And it just kind of captures what it feels like to spend your life running away from a past that's destroying your future. So if you haven't already given it a look, Fixing Tanner, it's available on Amazon now. You can get it Kindle and paperback. I'm also going to offer a small number of signed autographed copies, and unfortunately, guys, I'm so sorry, those will only be available in the US. Oh, I'm sorry. So if you're interested in that, comment below, and I will keep you in the loop. A little bit more about Fixing Tanner. It is technically the second book in the Second Chances series, but it really is a standalone. There are overlapping characters from Finding Lily. Finding Lily. But they're definitely, you don't have to have read Finding Lily to read Fixing Tanner. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, and again this morning, I posted on social media that I wanted you guys to ask me any questions that you might have had. And I did get a few responses, actually more than I thought I would. And I thought I'd kind of dive into a couple of those. Now, I haven't read all of these, so hopefully you guys don't surprise me with anything. Okay. First question is, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? Oh man, I love ice cream. Probably chocolate chip cookie dough. I'd have to say chocolate chip cookie dough. I try not to eat too much ice cream though. Second question, okay. Why did you want to be a writer? I kind of feel like writing chose me. From the moment that I learned how to write as a kid, I was always coming up with stories. Definitely always out there in my head. My friends used to call me a space cadet. There's just always been a lot going on up here. So honestly, I've probably wanted to be a writer since the very beginning. I've always written in some form or another. I've had a blog since I think the 8th grade. It wasn't really until last year that I really started taking it seriously, and I don't even know what brought that on. I don't know. Maybe it was just the time that felt right. Okay, let's see, next question. What's your favorite advice you give about following your dreams? Okay, wait, I'm missing something. Oh, yes. Okay, I have a few more questions. Do you work full-time, and if so, how do you find time to write? Okay, so I kind of already answered this a little bit, but I actually work from home for an online book publisher. And so, I do work full-time. I have a very active 3-year-old. And I am married, and my husband works pretty much 2 jobs, so it's busy. So like I said, I have to write in pockets of time that I carve out. Like it's 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Maybe, you know, if I run off to Panera, I can get in an hour. Like, God, Super Bowl Sunday, my husband took my son over to his parents, and I had like 4.5 hours of uninterrupted writing time, and it was genius. So that doesn't happen often, but sometimes it happens. It's really about, you can't just sit around and wait for inspiration to hit. I mean, I do have times where I sit staring at my screen and nothing's coming out, but that happens to everyone. But you really just have to learn to push through it. That's all there is to it. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions. My favorite band. Oh boy. For someone that listens to a lot of music and a lot of different music, I have a really hard time nailing down who my favorites are. A band? I don't really know who my favorite band is, but some of my favorite artists, Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift. Right now, probably for the past year, I've been on a really big country kick. So I'm really loving Luke Bryan and that guy who I can never remember his name. I don't know. Okay, any more questions? Just do it. Don't, people think that following your dreams means you have to give up everything that you've worked for, or like you need to be single or a certain age or something like that. That's not the case. You just have to find a way to make it work for your lifestyle. Like, I work full time, I have a kid, I'm married, so I mean, I can't just get up and move to India and, write 24/7. So you just have to kind of find how it fits into your life. For me, that's writing in little pockets of time, or every once in a while taking off to, a couple weeks ago I went to St. George for a day and a half and I wrote. So like I said, it's just finding ways to fit following your dreams into your life to make it work. Because if you find a way that you can fit it into how things are now, you're probably gonna be a lot more successful. Okay. Next question. I would love to learn about the details of self-publishing. Okay, that is a very broad question, and I could go on and on and on, but we'll talk. We'll talk another time. What am I wearing? Oh, what do I usually wear when I write? That's kind of a weird question, but okay. Something comfortable. I mean, right now, this is pretty much it. I mean, I'm in a comfy shirt, and I mean, I pretty much always have track pants or sweatpants or Lululemon pants on. You gotta be comfortable. I mean, if I'm constantly readjusting this or readjusting that, I'm not gonna be focused on what I'm doing. So, okay. So I think that's it for the questions. And I'm gonna get back to writing because doing videos is kind of awkward for me. It does not come easily. I am very introverted. I want to just sit home all day drinking coffee, eating good food, writing, reading, playing with my boys. That's all I want to do. So I'm glad this video is over. So one more time, Fixing Tanner, it's out today. Go give it a read. If you like it, guys, if you like it, please leave me a review. As an independent, self-published author, it's so, so important. And I don't need you to, I don't need you to write a novel. I already did that. Just say, hey, liked it. That way other people might give it a chance, which would be great for me. So, Fixing Tanner, February 23rd. Go grab yourself a copy, guys. And that's it for me. Cheers.